saw it trending actually on X yesterday that Grok AI is being used to generate thousands of nude images per hour.
Okay, are we surprised? Like anytime there's anything that people are going to use it for some kind of porn or sex something. We're talking about the biggest things, the most random things shoved people's butts in the last year. And they had like light bulb glass side up. In first they had like people's glasses. Like, why would you stuff glasses up your butt?
What?
They're talking about all these things. I mean, my point is, if there's something there, you're looking at it, they're going to be like, how can I use this for porn or some kind of sexual gratification?
Well,
so there's AI. So boom.
Exactly. So that's the thing, right? Because porn decided who won the videotape wars back in the 80s.
Yeah.
It was, Beta lost because VHS had porn, right? And the internet is powered by porn. And now the AI industry is going to be powered by porn. And whoever does the best dirty stuff is probably going to win. But apparently Grok has been used for some dirty images, and they have its image manipulation. I know some artists were not happy because if you post your art on X, it basically can be manipulated by Grok into something else, that you did not intend.
I'm just saying, people are going to look at anything and be like, how can I use this for nefarious purposes?
Dirty things. Yeah. So this is the strange new world that we live in here. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get woohoo if you do.
Woohoo!
Go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's more.clownfishtv.com for more Clownfish TV, if you would like that. There are no nudes, not even tasteful nudes. So don't get too excited. Anyway, Grok AI generated thousands of undressed images per hour. It wasn't even like, there were thousands of images. It's per hour. It's come from Bloomberg. Now, to be fair, the media is looking for every reason to take Elon Musk down, right? Mm-hmm. But that being said, you don't want your platform having a reputation for this sort of thing, right?
I'm sure there's Grok images of Elon Musk being taken down in other ways.
Elon Musk going down. So, they made sure Elon Musk's X has become a top site for images of people that have been non-consensually undressed by AI, according to a third-party analysis, with thousands of instances each hour over a day earlier this week. Since late December, X users have increasingly prompted Grok, the chatbot tied to the social network, to alter pictures of people's posts of themselves. During a 24-hour analysis of images the Grok account posted to X, the chatbot generated about 6,700 every hour that were identified as sexually suggestive or nudifying. Is that a word?
It is now.
Nudifying. So instead of saying, hey, baby, get undressed, you'd be like, hey, nudify yourself.
No, they're just looking at pictures now of people and like, I bet she'd be hot naked, and then having it generate an image of it. It doesn't mean that's what she looks like, but that's what the AI imagines she does, puts her face on it and be like, here you go, fap away.
Make sure to get my third nipple in there, Grok. According to Genevieve O, a social media and deepfake research. Okay, the other top 5 websites for such content average 79 new AI undressing images per hour.
Oh, dang. That's almost like 100 times more with Grok.
Grok can do it 100 times faster. Oh, boy. The scale of deepfakes on X is unprecedented, said Carrie Goldberg, a lawyer specializing in online sex crimes. We've never had a technology that's made it so easy to generate new images. Because Grok is free and linked to a built-in distribution system, she had. Oh, don't worry. Well, actually, the good Grok you have to pay for, but they'll paywall Grok.
Well, I'm just saying, but this is why your electric bill's going up, guys. People are generating porn on AI, and so you have to pay higher electric bills.
Wow. Okay. Unlike other leading chatbots, Grok doesn't impose many limits on users or block them from generating sexualized content of real people,
then just
including
block them
minors.
from doing it.
Says Brandy Nonek. Wait, is that her name? Nonek, Senior Director of Policies at Americans for Responsible Innovation. Okay. They said, Google are giving good faith efforts to mitigate the creation of this content in the first place. Okay, so there's there's a lot of things going on here. One, realize that Elon Musk has basically gone, and I'm not making excuses for Musk. I don't think he's always right, but he has gone to war with a lot of these other tech companies. and they don't like him very much. He's gone to war with Wikipedia. He's gone to war with Google. He's called a lot of these other companies out. He is a threat to them. So they're going to look for every opportunity to take a shit on his stuff. But if they are actually generating thousands and thousands of images per hour, at least paywall it, right? At least have it on OnlyFans.
Well, no, I mean, because I don't want my face on somebody else's body on OnlyFans. You know what I mean? I don't like, oh, yeah, by the way, we found this. You're trying to find a job. You're trying to get a job as like a teacher or something. And like, oh, well, you have an account on OnlyFans. Like, the hell I do. You know what I mean?
Well, I hate to break it to you, but there's Rule 34 of us someone may be aware of a few years ago.
Oh. Anyway, don't do that. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm just like, just don't let it happen. Just don't let it generate that kind of imagery. It's not that big of a. I mean, just don't. And then I know right now other countries like in the EU and stuff are going after Musk to try to get him to stop allowing this stuff to be generated on Grok in the first place.
So yeah, they said it doesn't leave many options for victims. Here's what Musk said. Okay, X did not respond to a request for comment. Rather than preventing the chatbot from creating the content in the first place, Musk has spoken about punishing users who ask it to do it. Anyone using Grok to make illegal content will suffer the same consequences as if they upload illegal content. The problem is if they start putting hard limits on Grok, I think then Grok is going to be about as useful as other chatbots that lie constantly.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if they're going to put hard limits on Grok, then they're going to, they need to put limits on Grok so they're not putting hard things on other people.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't think it changes Grok's mandate to tell the truth if you're like, hey, yeah, don't put boobies on a 12-year-old. I mean, that's that's a pretty easy.
Like, just anybody, like if it asks you to
don't put boobies on me either.
If it asks you to take this photo and turn it into a naked photo or in a sexual situation photo, then or put your face on a photo like that, then they should just say no. Like, I mean, we're not doing that.
I can't do that, Dave.
Yeah, this is not your account. If you're asking for it to do it with your own picture, I mean, that's different. But I don't think many people are going out there saying, "Hey, please put my face on this, body or what I look naked and put me, sleeping with so and so."
Well, I said, yeah, it doesn't leave options for the victims. Maddie, who said she's a 23-year-old pre-med student, woke up on New Year's Day to an image that horrified her on X. She previously published a picture of herself with her boyfriend at a local bar, which two strangers altered using Grok. One asked Grok to remove her boyfriend and put her in a bikini. The next asked Grok to replace the bikini with dental floss. Bloomberg reviewed the images closely.
Yeah.
My heart sank. Said Maddie,
I'd be a little concerned if my face appeared on somebody else's, like a body like that. I'd be like, oh no.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, and I'm not making excuses for it all. I'm just saying with AI technology, this is going to happen more and more. And even if Grok puts limits on it, there are other chatbots.
Yes, there are others, but he could stop, Grok from, doing it or put limits on it. And now, like I said, other countries are asking him and trying to do things to stop him. Several other countries are. With it, they're like demanding that he stop it from doing it.
But here's the thing that's part of the selling point. I'm gonna be honest. Part of the marketing with Grok, especially with its anime avatars and stuff, has been the spiciness of it. Right?
Yeah, but I don't really fucking care. Like, if somebody is like for example, if there's somebody who has got they're really religious, or they have they're from a faith that requires women to be covered up, and then someone uses their face and puts it on a body like that, it could cause them to be harassed, could be punished, to be other things like, how dare you be doing that because some dipshit had Grok generate a fake image.
Or you could use it as an excuse and be like, yeah, that totally wasn't me in that porno when I was 19. Grok did it. I know it was 2007, but it was Grok. Grok can time travel now, and that's why we have all that AI art from 2015, because Grok can time travel. Didn't you know that?
I'm just you think about would you want someone taking your kids' pictures and putting them on that? Yeah, exactly. You're all defending Grok, but I'm not
defending Grok. I'm trying to be funny. I'm saying, look. Here's the thing.
Grok, stop being perverted.
Stopping naughty, Grok. No, what happened was they basically set the tone.
Grok doesn't strip people. People strip people.
That's exactly it. No, that's what he's saying, basically. That's what he's saying. But they set the tone right out of the gate, right? So with Grok, it was like, okay, it's got to tell the truth. Sometimes the truth is very, very blunt. And also, we're going to sell you this anime waifu chatbot. So they're setting the tone with it. Like, use it for sex, please.
It's got to tell the truth. So generate a fake image of someone being naked. Doesn't that kind of counter? Isn't that kind of opposite?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, they kind of picked the target audience for Grok right out of the gate, didn't they? They're like, Grok is about tits and boobies and tits and boobies. I guess they're.
And now everybody's going to flock there because they know they can do it.
Flock to Grok if you like cock. That's the new Elon. That is, give me like $100 million for that. Flock to Grok if you like cock. That is
just flock to Grok. But it goes along with Twitter too, with the bird flock to Grok. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, look, if you like bird, you'll flock to Grok.
If you like bird.
It's just a very concerning thing because what's going on is it's happening 100 times more. Now that it's in the news, it's going to be like 1,000 times more, 10,000 times more. Well, because everybody's going to rush over there to start doing it.
Yeah. So now people are, and I don't know if this is, legit or not, but people are saying, hey, Grok, don't use any of my images for AI and do not generate images under my posts. So yeah. But this is how they set the tone for Grok, right?
It's true. And I agree. But I'm just also like, if Grok's supposed to not lie and only tell the truth, then why is Grok, like lying at people's images?
Yeah. Yeah. But it is what it is.
Trust me, there's enough women on there deliberately posting pictures of themselves like that you don't need Grok.
Well, it's gonna be really interesting to see what happens to that particular industry in the next. Oh my God, we're being invaded by boats and flying saucers. When did this happen? But no, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in the next like 5 to 10 years, because I guarantee you, and this sounds ridiculous, but I guarantee you, we're going to have OnlyFans models and porn stars complaining about the lack of work thanks to AI.
Well, I 100% think that's the case because they're already saying that AI is being used strongly in those fields to generate fake things. And, and of course, like I said, everything has to be like, oh, it's something big and cool. Of course, we're going to use it for porn. And that's what they're going to do. But the difference is like, if they take those images and make them and they paywall them, okay, that's one thing. But like, they're just like generating free images and nudes of people.
Yeah. Lots of they're putting people in bikinis, and I don't know what I can show. I can't show on here. But
okay, it's still shit. But yeah, okay, whatever. But we're not. But when they're straight, like dental floss or nude, that's when there's a problem.
Well, yeah, and they're not even tasteful nudes. If they were tasteful,
they're not. And then like other countries, like I know the EU, and like where else they say in the article, there's a bunch of places they were saying that were going after.
Yeah.
Going after X over it. Yeah, like they had to hear about what I saw.
Well, the UK, Sweden, which is kind of weird because Sweden's like.
They used to be. I don't know if they still are Porn Central, but they
Brussels. They used to be like Porn Central.
And you're like Swedish, aren't you?
I am a quarter Swedish. Yes.
There you go.
It's not too shabby. It's on my grandfather's side. They're like right off the boat. I don't know. This came from Reuters. It said tools like Grok now risk bringing sexual AI imagery of kids in the mainstream. Grok, I don't think could do that, but here's the thing. There are models out there that can do pretty much any disgusting, perverted thing you can think of, and they're not all going to have limits. But the problem with Grok, I guess, is that it is available to everybody, and it's very easily accessible. These other ones, you got to go like the darker corners of the internet, I think, to find. But it's not. I mean, the genie's out of the bottle. It's not going to stop. I don't know what the solution is. I'm concerned about
is when they're already putting all these laws in place about anime and different things. About if it looks like an underage person, you can't use it. I think it's going to inadvertently hurt other media. This is going to put more restrictions on other media that wouldn't have that aren't necessarily doing anything wrong, but they're going to be restricted even harsher because of this. I was also reminded there was a story I saw the other day about a girl and. Some guy used AI to make a fake image of her being naked and was sharing it all over the school and stuff. And then she reported it to, the principal and stuff because this kid was sharing all this stuff. And by the time they got to look at the Snapchat, it, was gone. So they said, well, she was probably overreacting and wouldn't believe her. And this kid kept it was all being shared all over the school and it wasn't real. And then she decked the kid because he was sharing it on a bus and she hit him. And then she got it. No, they expelled her from school.
Oh, hell no.
She got expelled from school because she hit him and everything else. And then, because when the principal number called in, like, why didn't you do anything? She came and told you. Well, we thought she was overreacting because we physically couldn't find evidence of it. So they did, instead of investigating, they just expelled her.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this.
That's what I'm getting so mad about. Like, there's way more problems than just on the surface of this. It goes much further. And, I would hate that happened to me or my kids or my, friends or family. And I think that's what's going on here. And I get people are going to do it and then they might just be doing it as a joke or something. But it's like, why would you look at a picture of somebody and be like, well, I want to see them naked now? I mean, don't answer that question. I'm sure people do all the time, but you know what I mean. And it's like, trust me, you do not want to see me naked. So don't even think about it. But, it's just,
I think about it.
Well, yes. Okay, you are allowed, but you can't bleach that memory out. But I'm just saying, like, it's just, I think it's very dangerous, and I think Grok, it could be something that they could put restrictions on, to a point.
Yeah, well, I think in this case they absolutely have to. I think that, especially if this is something that's available to everybody on the platform, damn well it's going to be used.
And like I said, it's going to end up causing people harm. It's going to end up causing, other media that's not, like they're already going strict on anime because the girl could be 30, but she looks 12. So they're just going to ban it. It's going to make that even more so banned. People are going to, end up like other countries where, you have that anime in your house. Oh, you're going to be arrested for kiddie porn now, even though it's not. Because of this kind of stuff.
I mean, this is where it gets really complicated because it was like Patreon. They were overcorrecting and they were actually going into people's Google Drives, trying to look for, kiddie stuff or what they thought was kiddie stuff, and they told them they had to delete, certain content, even though it wasn't kiddie stuff. So I mean, it really is where do you draw the line on? But what I'm saying is like, it's not going to stop. I mean, really.
It's not going to stop.
The smartest thing you could do just to absolve yourself of any, responsibility for it is just be like, you know what? If people are asking for any level of undress, we're not doing that here because it's going to be used for the wrong thing. But will Musk do it or will he double down and just be like, no?
We'll find out because he's going to look at it as. Well, as it's probably going up to 1,000 times what other AI have it now at this point, he's probably like, oh, look, all the engagement.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, that's why I've actually, that's not right, though. I mean, they're like, wow, look how fast it is. Like, actually, him drawing his sword, it's like, where is he pulling it? It doesn't even make sense. Anyway, that's the thing about X. And this is just like a side tangent. I've actually told people I'm probably going to be pulling back on X in 2026 because what I'm seeing is... my personal opinion is engagement at any cost. And I see a lot of people that I'm going to be honest, they've turned into absolute shitbags on X because they're getting more engagement for that. Mm-hmm. And I don't really want to participate in that. So I'm I'll post here and there, but I'm like, it's getting worse. I'm not gonna lie. It is turning into a free for all.
Well, I keep posting positive things over there when I see
it'll get buried.
I don't care. I'll try my best.
But I noticed the algorithm, and I'm one of the guys that, I get paid for posting over there, and I've seen what they do, what they promote. It's not the positive stuff. It's what gets promoted is this shit they think is going to get the maximum amount of engagement, and it's usually political clickbait. And it's like,
or outrage stuff,
or outrage stuff. And I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. And this is the whole next level of it. So we'll see where it goes. I don't really. I mean, I think Grok is a good engine, but it absolutely is going to be used for the wrong stuff, for sure. So we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants. We'll talk later.
Bye.